So good evening, one and all present here. Today, we are the group. We are going to represent a case study based on the 3P hospital over budget. Me, Kunal Budiraja, there is Kevin Varghese, Marlene, Apurva, and Harichand. Today, we all are going to discuss about a case about the hospital and how the budget of that hospital became over. So let's start with it. So the executive summary, the hospital project attempted to create a facility focusing patients in Ontario. So this case is all about a hospital basically. In this case, they mentioned that this hospital is basically for the people who are living in a small town in Ontario because they don't have the access to a hospital up to 10 kilometers. There's a lot of population who don't have access to a hospital, and it's a necessity thing. So they plan to build an hospital for those peoples, but it encountered considerable problems such as delays, financial overruns, and conflicting opinions. So they have a good budget. Even half of their budget is funded by the government itself. They're also doing good in raising the budgets from here and there, but somehow they are not able to complete the project on time, and that created a lot of problems in the future for the future of the hospital basically. So effective teamwork and problem solving are the critical to this project's success and a role as a flagship patient-centered facility in Ontario's healthcare system. Over to you, Hari.
Lack of communication between hospital administrations and construction company about the process is the main problem in this case, which made them to make quicker adjustments in the hospital's planning and its overall building process. And this absence of timely and up-to-date communication caused the problem to happen. And over to why is it important for a company to solve this? Because firstly, it will affect the company's social status, as about $150 million were raised through private donations. So the company is liable to the public. Secondly, it will affect the connection with the government directly, as half of the fund were raised by them as well. And finally, the whole delay will adversely affect the company itself and its cause delay in achieving its goal and mission. Over to Mary.
In this case study, we identified the 3 second problem. The company experienced a delay in obtaining necessary permits. In this issue is critical as it may require discussions with authorities to speed up the permit process and avoid further delay. The need to purchase special equipment has not only contribution to the delay, but also escalated the project budget. This situation might necessarily exploring alternatives or cost-effectivity solution for procuring the required equipment. Risk to the 3P relationship involving the hospital, government, and construction company face significant risk, casting doubt on the hospital future. It's a vital to engage in negotiation of all stakeholders and to identify mutual agreement and ensure the sustainability of the collaboration. In these issues, on the course, the need for the negotiation to reboot, first promoting open communication and find collaborative solution to process, but these issues are critical and need to be addressed collectively to ensure the project success. And to say now.
Okay, so in this slide, we are going to discuss about the case facts, which aligns with our course, that is negotiation and leadership, basically a classroom perspective that would all be read in the class, how the case facts are aligned to that, the topics and all the chapters which we covered in the class. So in the chapter 1, that is at the nature of negotiation, we covered the characteristics of a negotiation situation. So basically, if you see with this one, it's the establishment of a public-private partnership 3P basically, and for the new hospital necessities negotiation scenarios that are marked by cooperation among parties. Apart from that, the second point is interdependence. In building a hospital, I would say that serves the needs for the community. The collaboration demonstrates the interconnectedness of the public and the private sectors. After that, in the chapter 2, that is strategy and tactics of distributive bargaining. The first point is the situation of distributive bargaining. So basically, this means that the parties compete for a set quantity of resources as seen by the building company's request. After that, it's settlement point. The hospital board and the building must choose a settlement point or a companies that allows for difference in initial positions that has to be resolved. After that, in the chapter 3, that is strategies and tactics of integrative negotiation, there is a developing an unrestricted information flow. So they have to develop an unrestricted information flow in which they discuss about everything. There should not be any restrictions in the information, because if the information flow hinders, it will affect the overall performance for the hotel. After it's in the chapter 4, in the negotiation strategy and planning, it's direct effects of goals on choice of strategy. So there is a direct effects of the goals on the choice of the strategies which they're going to choose for making this hospital. In chapter 5, it's ethics in negotiation. In this, basically, in this case, it's all about ethics. Like they are not ethically doing the work. The government and the company who are building that hospital are not getting together with each other. So the ethics is really important when you're doing such a big project, when such a money is invested. These all are the things which is like we feel that have to be covered, which will be studied in the class. Okay, over to you, Kevin.
So in this case study, will be looking into the various tactics used by each party. First will be the hospital administration. The hospital administration should communicate openly and with honesty with all the parties concerned to ensure that everyone understands the situation. They have to work with the construction business to identify solutions that satisfy both the parties. They have to complete the project successfully and make the best use of available resources. Especially in this case, it involves money and equipment. Second is the construction company. The construction company should communicate with hospital management to ensure that there is progress at each and every stage. They should be transparent and be honest about any problems or delay and contact the hospital authorities immediately. They should think ahead and provide answers to the problems that occur before anything serious happens. They should be well informed about the issues and come up with possible solutions. The third will be the politicians and the board of directors. Politicians and the board of directors should support the hospital administration in addressing the difficulties that has occurred. Ensure that everyone is doing their job and hold them accountable for their activities. If there are any disagreements, these authoritative people must assist the various parties in discussing with them and reaching an agreement. Next slide. So we'll also be looking into the various alternatives that has been provided here. First will be additional funding. Given the higher budget and possible shortfall in funding, the hospital can explore various alternative sources of money to cover the financial gap. In this case, this could include contacting the government agencies and various authorities and charitable institutions. Though the hospital gets half of its funds from the government and exploring other funding options, they can also find other various options to cover their shortage. So here, talking about the pros and cons, the cons will be securing new funds can be a time-consuming and difficult process which require considerable work and resource. Collaboration with other healthcare institution. The pros will be by sharing the resource and expertise with other healthcare organizations. They can ensure that they provide higher quality of treatment to the patients. Cons will be they'll have cons due to the various differences in the work culture and the methods between institutions, which may act as a barrier to the hospitals. Reduce the scope of the project. Pros will be reducing the scope of the project might help them to align with the building time frame and budget with available resource. So here they can work within the available workforce and with the allocated funding. The cons will be cutting back on certain components will cost the quality of the project, and they might not have to expect the expected outcomes. Over to you, Apurva.
So we have concluded that recommending collaboration with other healthcare institution is the best course, best course of action in this case. Like to handle the increased patient, our hospital can be team up with other best healthcare groups. And plus, like this means forming referral networks and pooling resources and coordinating with treatments with hospitals like sick kids. The goal is to improve our capacity by sharing patients, sharing their duties and using their expert, or you can say experienced doctors, and everything will be professional, so there will be no issues in the treatment, and we can provide our best qualities of service also, like best equipments with best doctors. Next slide please. So our action plan is like communication and planning. Engage in discussions with other healthcare groups to establish collaboration, so we could know like what will be the best healthcare group for the collaboration. Create a clear plan, outline how to share patients, resources and specialized treatment. Next is training. Train hospital staff to understand and participate in collaborative efforts effectively. Next is regular evaluation. Implement a system for ongoing monitoring and evaluation to ensure the collaboration is effective so that there is no problem. Uh, Next is technology update, like update or developed computer system to facilitate a smooth data sharing and coordination with the like between the institution, so there won't be any misunderstanding, or the hospital will be up to date about the patients and other details. Next is patient centric focus. Keep a focus on how the collaboration benefits patient, and adjust accordingly like as per the need. In summary, like a successful collaboration involves effective communication, planning, training, and plus updated technologies and ongoing evaluations and patient centric approach. So all the support by regular check-ins with collaborating health groups will make the hospital like run successfully. Ex- Thank you.
Thank you so much. We hope we gave you some useful insights that how this hospital can go again on the floor and help the people who are not able to have the healthcare access in their areas. Thank you so much.